I'ma fuck up my life. I'ma fuck up my life. We gon' party all night. She don't care if I die.
What's up, guys? T5 Administrator here. I am back with another commentary on another topic. So the last time I spoke of EA and DICE, it was about the cancellation of support for Battlefield 5. We talked about the mistakes that were made in development, how the game was rushed, how it probably should have been delayed. But now we have more news coming from EA. They have canceled the development of Star Wars Battlefront 2 as well. And they have, at this point, it's basically confirmed that all hands are now on deck for Battlefield 6. There is no question about it. They're going all out, whether it's Battlefield 6, Bad Company 3, whatever it is. All hands are on deck for this game, and EA and DICE are going to do everything in their power to restore Battlefield to its former glory. Now, there are reasons to be excited about this. Mostly reasons to be excited. I have a hard time. I don't really enjoy Star Wars Battlefront 2 that much. I have the game, but I played it minimally. I haven't played it much. We all know how I feel about Battlefield 5. I feel as though it's a rushed game. They did way too many crazy balance changes, too many changes to the meta at one time. Every update, it was something completely different. The game just isn't very fun either. It's just not the ideal Battlefield game for me. In my opinion, this is a great move. All hands on deck for Battlefield 6. It also makes me think they didn't do anything like this for Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5, and those two games kind of came out content lacking. Like I said, we need to go back to the glory days. I'm talking Battlefield 4, 3, Bad Company, lots of weapons, but at the same time, there needs to be balance. I feel as though Battlefield 4 is a marvel in first-person shooters to me because of the amount of content that was there, the amount of weapons and gadgets, and how balanced everything was at the same time. Obviously, higher fire rate weapons were really good. Shotguns are always really good in Battlefield, but for the most part, that game, Battlefield 4, was so balanced. Like there was never like one gun ruling it. Like that's never really a problem in Battlefield like it is in Call of Duty. You know, Infinite Warfare had the NV4. Modern Warfare has got the M4A1. Black Ops 3 had the VMP and a little bit of M8A7. The Brecci was pretty OP too. You know, usually Call of Duty has these little boxes, like these little boxes of really good weapons in the game that everyone uses, and people don't really veer away from that. Modern Warfare is a little bit better with it. Obviously, the M4 is leagues above a lot of the other weapons in the game, but everything's still pretty useful. But Battlefield 4 is the poster boy for balance, in my opinion. That is how it should be done. A lot of micromanaging went into balancing that. Lots of tweaks, lots of changes, legitimate effort into making a balanced game. And that needs to be done again, and I feel as though since they have all these hands on deck, I think they might be going back to that. Because back in the Battlefield 4 days, DICE was really, that's how it was. All hands were on deck in Battlefield. There wasn't a Star Wars Battlefront to split development. You know, they weren't wasting their time on half-baked battle royale modes, which honestly, I enjoyed Firestorm when it first came out, and maybe if it would have got supported a little bit more, it would have been better. Maybe if it would have got released for free, it would have been better. But that is neither here nor there, completely different video. But all hands are on deck for Battlefield 6. In my opinion, this is a great choice. Okay, Battlefront 2 is what it is. Battlefield 5 isn't really that great of a game. More and more news is coming out on Battlefield 5 that is proving its failure. If you want me to go into that in another video, I can. But the game it was definitely a colossal failure in comparison to Battlefield 4, in comparison to Battlefield 1. Battlefield 1 was so successful. But the thing about Battlefield 1 is that regardless of its lack of content, in my opinion, the gameplay was just so good. Like, it was so fun. The pace was good, the maps were good, the weapon balance was questionable at times, but it got fixed during the development cycle. Like, it was super fun. The bayonet charge was super fun. The connection was good. Like, each class of weapons in Battlefield 1 were a blast to play with. LMGs, SMGs, shotguns. The few weapons that were in these categories, okay? The few couple of weapons that were in these categories were super fun to play with. Now, there are a lot of arguments going into why it is that there wasn't a super huge lot of weapons and attachments in Battlefield 1. The most notable argument is that they tried to make the game a little more competitive. You know, we are going to give you these attachment sets that are the best possible for different playstyles for the weapons, instead of just giving you a whole bunch of attachments and people making useless combinations with them and making their gun worse. And that was definitely possible in Battlefield 4. You can make your weapon worse than it is with nothing on it if you put the wrong things on it. But that freedom, if I want to make my gun bad, let me do it. Give me my freedom back. That Battlefield 1 is like Battlefield with handcuffs on. The gameplay is good, the graphics are great, the connection is good, everything is good. The game modes are good, but I got on these handcuffs that restrict my freedom. My freedom to do what I want to do with my loadouts, with my weapons, with everything. And that is the one thing that was wrong with that game. And kind of the same thing with Battlefield 5. It's stepped up a little bit, but for the most part, the weapons aren't all that customizable. The way that the skins work were kind of stupid. The way that they were unlocked was kind of stupid. We need to go back to the roots. And I think that is what they're doing, having all hands on deck like this. They're pulling out all the stops. I would imagine they're going to go back to a modern setting, and they're going to try their best to rebound from the colossal failure that is Battlefield 5. And I am completely on board. I'm going to be watching for more and more news to come out on this game, because honestly, you know, I make a lot of commentaries, right? Let me get into exactly why that is.
What we do here is
I don't really have fun like playing a lot of the games that are out now for long periods of time and really going for highlights, right? When Battlefield 1 was a thing, when it was big, I would play that game for a very long time, hours on end, and I would have a blast the whole time. I would get tons of sniping highlights, shotgun highlights, melee highlights, run up behind multiple people and stab them in the throat, and I had a blast doing it. Bayonet charging people, like, and I did a couple of videos like that on Battlefield 5. If you look for them on my channel, there are some videos of me having, like, going for some good matches and really kind of putting on the sweatband and trying to get some good highlights for you guys. But Modern Warfare doesn't really make me want to do that. Battlefield 5 for damn sure doesn't make me want to do that. You know, I'm not into the whole Battle Royale thing, which is going to be another video topic. Battle Royales are getting pretty played out to this point. And I want my Battlefield back. It's my favorite game to this day. Battlefield 4 is just, I love it. I love everything about it, and I want it to come back. I want something like that to come back, and I think with the stoppage of further development on Battlefront 2 and Battlefield 5, that is a telltale sign that the greatness of Battlefield is coming back. But anyway, that is all I got for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe. If you have any interesting pieces of information for me, I just made a video with a topic that, from a comment, me and Thought Gaming in the comment section had a decent conversation, and he gave some pretty interesting insights on a topic, and I made a video on it. So if you have any interesting takes or anything interesting to say in the comments, please do that. Peace out. I'm out of here.